Hey guys, it's Christine from PushFit, and today I want to talk about where the disconnect might be between something that you're going after, specifically your health and fitness goals, and what's actually happening. So for those of you who have been experiencing peaks and valleys or on again, off again, relationships with foods, or on again, off again cycles in your workouts, or on again, off again cycles of just feeling great in your body, feeling confident, strong, energized, and then feeling low and stuck and, maybe suffering with depression or feeling anxious. This episode, this blog is for you. How do you experience more of the things you want? If you are really done with inconsistency in your life, I want you to really tune in and listen. So I want to talk about what happens from an energy perspective, but also from a cellular level and a chemical reaction level of how you're training yourself, to respond, which is either taking you closer towards the things you want or actually continuing to move you further and further away and creating more and more discomfort and stress. So number one, there's a couple key takeaways. Number one is a lot of times the first thing I do when I meet with clients is I talk about, let's get super clear on what it is you want for yourself. So the question I have for you, write that down, is what do I want for myself when it comes to my health and my fitness? And you can use this for any life arena. In the life coaching, we talk about health, finances, relationships, business. But for the purposes of this blog, just thinking about your health, for your body. When you say, this is my goal, or this is the outcome I want, are you negatively framing it? Are you talking about the pain you want to move away from? Or are you focused on the joy, the expansiveness, the health, the vibrancy that you want to experience? So for example, what I hear a lot is people saying, I don't want to feel fat and uncomfortable anymore in my clothes, or I'm so tired, I want to be out of pain, or I want to be, some people when they talk about money will say, I want to be out of debt. And was talking to someone the other day and she's like, I don't want to feel out of control anymore. And so the thing is, when we frame, pain can be a great motivator. Usually people only shift because of one of two things. Number one, the pain is either so great, and it is a great motivator. It's a push, right? The pain is what'll it makes you say, okay, enough already. I've had it. I'm sick and tired. I am not tolerating this anymore. I'm drawing the line in the sand. For some people, it's that picture that they saw. Sometimes, unfortunately, it's a relationship that breaks up. We see that one a lot. It's a health scare, right? Something happens to us externally that pokes us and goes, oh my gosh, you better do something. And we're just like sick and tired, and it's reactionary. That's the thing. It's reactionary. It's extrinsic, right? It's external. Something happened to us. It pissed us off. It made us angry enough. And so we're going to do something about it. It's a good start, but here's where it's a problem. If you continue to use pain as the motivator, all you will do is train yourself to dance with the pain. Okay, so here's what I mean. The minute, has this ever happened to you, that maybe your goal was losing weight or getting back into a fitness routine, not yo-yoing anymore, you had to get in shape for an event, like a wedding. That's a big one I see a lot. The minute you start to get in a groove, in a rhythm, and maybe you drop your first 10 pounds, sometimes even 20 pounds, and you're not quite where you want to be, but you're starting to make progress, you're starting to get momentum, you're starting to feel good. How you train yourself in this process is going to be the key to whether it sticks or not, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. But once you start to get there, what I see a lot of people do is, if they don't have the second piece right, they start to move away from the pain, but they haven't developed the pull. So they had the push, but they didn't develop the pull. And the pull was that dream, that thing, that positive thing that they wanted more of in their life, the experience they wanted more of. Maybe it was like feeling free in their body, being able to say yes to whatever activity popped up for them. Maybe it was like being able to travel more, play with their grandkids or their kids more, or to feel sexy and confident in anything that they could wear, to have a level of energy and vibrancy to say yes to more stuff. At the end of the day, if you're not developing the pull and you're not super clear on what that looks like for you, and you are not reminding yourself, visiting it daily, all you focus on is the pain. So the minute you move far enough away from the pain, you're like, okay, the sting is not so bad. We get complacent, we start going through the motions, we get a little sloppy, And then boom, we're right back at it. So we start getting complacent, right? So the trick is, guys, number one, can you positively frame your big why, your big thing that you want? What's that big goal you're after? Take a look at how you've been thinking about it, because this is about mindset for lasting results, okay? This is how you do it. It's not just mindset, but it's also training your nervous system for lasting results, okay? Our body does not want to experience pain. It wants to move away from pain. So if we can, it wants to move towards pleasure. So if we can keep thinking about the pleasure and associating pleasure and joy and curiosity and fun, that's where the brain wants to double down on, okay? So step number one, am I focused on the pain or am I focused on the growth, the thing I want? If you have been focused on the wrong, I need you to start to develop that dream, that pull, that thing, right? The second piece, and this is so key, this is what trips people up, is how you're training your nervous system, how you're training yourself at a cellular level, at a psychological level, is going to determine whether or not you stick with it for the long term or not. Because the associations you're creating with the thing you want are the key. So this is a big, big deal. A lot of times we say, I want to feel sexy, confident. I want to feel strong again. I want to feel lean, vibrant. I want to be able to do all the things I used to be able to do. It's not about having the perfect body, but it's about longevity, having this amazing life, being able to travel. Yet, what we do at a cellular level and a psychological level, we come to our workouts and we complain, right? We focus on the grunt, the work, how much effort it's going to take. We focus on all the things we can't eat. We're like, oh my God, okay, I can suck it up for 30 days. If I can just get through this workout. And we force ourselves to do the thing, but we show up with an attitude that's like, our mindset is like, I have to suffer in order to get to X. And when I get there, then I'll finally be able to experience freedom or joy, or I love it. And I hear people say that a lot, like, I don't love working out, but I'll do it. Oh, I don't want to eat clean, fine, but I can suck it up. Here's the problem. Every time we go to a workout and we're grimacing or we're going for a run and we're like, oh, we're thinking like, okay, I just got to get through this. Your body is producing cortisol, right? It's producing stress hormones in that state. It's associating pain, discomfort, struggle, hard work, grit, challenge that isn't an awesome challenge, but something you just have to get through. So it's actually associating all of the stress, all of the pain with that activity. So what it does is your brain is going, I don't want to experience pain. So every time it thinks about eating clean, or you're going to a restaurant, it's like, oh my God, what am I going to eat here? I can't eat anything, but fine. Or I hear people like they lock themselves up in the house. Like, until I lose weight, I'm not going to go out. I'm not going to go to barbecues. I'm not going to go to restaurants. That's a huge mistake, because what you're doing is you're associating, you're training yourself that getting to the goal you want, the body you want, the freedom and mobility, the longevity that you want to experience equals suffering, equals pain. And as long as you have that association going on, you are going to keep stopping yourself dead in your tracks. It's like trying to drive somewhere really amazing with your foot on the gas the whole time. You're going to burn out the tires, you're going to burn out the brakes, you're not going to get there. And you're going to keep trying. You're going to change the tires, change the brake, try again, driving with the brakes on. What we want to do is think about, what are the chemicals that produce feel-good feelings that make us want to do more? So a lot of times what we do is we try to suck it up and suffer through the activities, the habits we need to do to get to the result we want, whether that's growing your business or getting this fit body, right? We're like, fine, I'll suck it up, I'll do the work so I can have X. The problem is, the process, the journey sucks. And so if your body knows that, what it's going to do is try to go get its feel-good things, its feel-good hormones, its dopamine, its serotonin hits, its oxytocin hits, all those chemicals that your brain, that light up the brain, that light up your nervous system, that are like, yes, I want more of this. We get that from other stuff. A real common one is social media. It's just a fast, easy fix, right? Like, oh, somebody liked my post. It's like, boom, it's instant gratification. Eating something sweet, instant gratification. Drinking alcohol right away. It's like, boom, we get those hits. So the thing is, have I been conditioning myself to get those hits? And we all do it. We all do it. Those short-term quick fixes from things that are not supporting and serving my long-term goal. Because if I have, and I continue to train myself to go to those things, those little distractions, those TV shows, escapism, basically, to try to get me to a place that feels good. When I'm feeling energetically low, when I'm challenged, when I experience a struggle at work, when I'm, fighting with my kids or my spouse or something goes sideways, my brain is going to go, well, I feel like crap, so I want to feel good. So what makes me feel good? Oh, Netflix binging, pizza night, wine night with the girls, right? Binging on social media. Fill in the blank. What's your drug of choice? So when we hear the words like exercise is my drug of choice or food is a drug, because it really is. But it's not only the thing, it's how you're showing up to it, how you're thinking about it, how you're going through the motions. So here's the deal. What are some things that that you're showing up and you're like, I'm suffering through this stuff so I can experience the back end. What I'd like to challenge you is think about dopamine as that instant gratification. How can you infuse instant gratification that's fun and curious into your workouts? Maybe that's like really challenging yourself to go, okay, how fast can I complete this set? And every time you do it, it's like, yes, you do a little dance. You're like, how many sets can I get done in a certain amount of time? Or like, how many workouts can I get in this week? And like totally rock them out. Play your favorite song. Music is huge to affect our nervous system. Again, if we listen to songs that make us feel good, energized, you've been driving in the car and like you listen to something and it pulls your energy down and makes you sad, or you think about something, immediately you're stressed about your to-do list, or you could like flip the switch, listen to music, and all of a sudden your body's producing different chemicals. So think about, how are you setting yourself up to go to the workouts? Before you go shopping, when you eat, are you focused on how you're nourishing yourself, how you're like moving closer to the goals? Are you celebrating, that you just knocked one more thing off your list? You're getting one step closer. As you're doing your presses, are you like, damn, look, I'm getting stronger, my body's getting changing shape? Or are you focused on the fact that like, oh my God, I'm not there yet. When I finally do 100 workouts, then I'm going to finally be fit. No, every single workout, I want to challenge you to have fun, curiosity, put a little game in there so you can get that dopamine hit and the serotonin hit and the endorphins that come from being in flow state. Those of you that have, maybe you used to run. For me, athletics is huge. Maybe you're a musician or an artist, but musicians, artists, and athletes experience flow state a lot. So thinking about what are the things, how can I get into a groove or a flow? So again, I talked about using music or movement. Maybe you're even dancing as you're cooking, or like having the environment set up so that you're feeling that release of serotonin, endorphins, cooking together with your family or friends, making it an experience that you're going to enjoy. Every time you do that, you're attaching, neurons that fire together, wire together. So we want our body to be trained that this equals happy. This activity equals satisfaction. This activity equals gratification. So, you hear this a lot, like, oh, short-term pain for long-term gain. Yeah, you can still have a challenging workout. You can sweat your butt off. You can feel the burn and love the burn, or you can feel the burn and complain and bitch the whole time. So yeah, it doesn't mean it's going to be easy. That's not what I'm talking about. Is like, can you find joy and fun in the struggle? Can you play with the struggle? Can you invite the challenge? Can you take it on as a game, right? Can you involve other people in the game where you can actually go, okay, I'm going to up one. I'm going to up you one. And you make it a game. This is why team challenges are so much fun. So I want to wrap this up by just really coming back to the fact that how you train your nervous system and how you utilize, you have the power to actually control a lot of this, is how are you showing up to your workouts, to cooking and eating clean, to your habits, your sleep rituals, your recovery rituals, your meditation practice, all the things that really help you to achieve optimal health. If you say you want this, then are your micro intentions, your micro thoughts, your words, your actions, how you're going through them day by day, are they supporting the big picture by training yourself with new associations? Because guys, that's how you do it. You create new associations, you create new habits, you create longevity. Because once you get to the point, by creating these associations, once you get to the point where you've experienced the good feelings, the good vibes, the serotonin, the dopamine, the oxytocin enough times, then you're just intrinsically motivated to do this stuff, right? All of a sudden, like the light switches, And all of a sudden you're like, damn, that was good. I want more of it. And now it becomes automated. Now it's just like you're on autopilot, and your body and your brain, you wake up craving it because your body wants it. So as I wrap this up, I just want to tell you guys, it's not always super easy when you start, but it is simple, right? You have to train yourself just like anything else. If you want to be a great musician, you want to be a great athlete, you want to be a great chef, you want to be a great anything, it takes practice, it takes repetition, but it takes the right type of practice. So if you say, well, I've been practicing for a long time and I still don't like it, or I've been practicing and I haven't been getting the results, then I got to ask you, have you been having shitty practice? Really? Is your practice one that is encouraging the production of these neurochemicals that are really going to stimulate, activate, and encourage more of this? Or are you constantly fighting yourself? All right. So I would love to hear from you. Where are you at? Where, is your dream big enough? Do you have that pull? How are you supporting that? If you're listening to this and you're like, I need help with that, I don't know what the next step looks like, but I want to encourage you to reach out to us. You can always book a consultation and connect with one of our coaches or myself, and we can help you get started to creating more alignment so that you can experience more health, more vibrancy, way more energy, way more confidence, rocking your body, and just having things start to flow instead of be a struggle. All right, guys, so thank you so much for tuning in. I'd love to hear your comments. If you're listening to this on the website or on the blog, or if you're getting this in an email, hit reply and let me know where you're at and how we can support you on your journey to optimal health and optimal performance. All right, guys, bye now.